Jorjia Calaway, and thank you for coming to my presentation. Rodolfo Costa said, "Cultivate an optimistic mind, use your imagination, always consider alternatives, and dare to believe that you can make possible what others deem as impossible." We live in a world today where many of us think that we aren't good enough. We let people tell us that we won't be able to do the things that we want to do. We look at ourselves and wish we had something better. We wish we had better hair, better skin, better fitness, better health, or just a better life in general. We've been given this life, and I think that we should choose to live it. In order to do that, we must love ourselves first and tell ourselves that we can do anything. Nearly 1 in 5 people have disabilities in the U.S. Of this 20%, how many of you think were told that they wouldn't be able to do the things that they had longed to do?
I have no idea.
I have a cousin, her name is Nikki, and she was born without legs from the knee down. She was told that she wasn't ever going to be able to walk, but she got prosthetic legs and now she can walk. She was also told growing up that she would never be able to have children because of her disability. And she has a son, and his name is McKay, and he's 2 years old now. She was also told that she would, be slower than everyone else, and she applied to Gonzaga University, and she didn't want to put on her application that she had a disability because she wanted to get in the university based on her knowledge, not on her disability. And she applied and she got in without putting that she had a disability. Even without disabilities, many of us are told that we can't or that we never will succeed. Positive attitudes are what prove them wrong. Here are 6 facts about positive attitudes. The first is that our attitude determines our approach to life. There are people out there who have jobs but hate them, marriages that are tolerated but unhappy. Why is this? This is because people are waiting for the world to change them, and really we control our own lives and our own attitudes. The second fact is our attitudes determine our relationship with people. The Stanford Research Institute says that the money you make in any endeavor is determined only 12.5% by knowledge and 87.5% by your ability to deal with people. Teddy Roosevelt said, "The most important single ingredient to the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people." There are many people out there who don't see themselves for who they truly are. Attitude is the only difference between success and failure, and that's the third fact. People who just won't quit have made some of history's greatest successes. For example, Michael Jordan, he was cut from his high school basketball team, and that probably discouraged him a little bit, but look at him now. He's one of the greatest basketball players that ever lived. Another example is the Beatles. We all know the Beatles and know that they are great musicians, and they were told by Decca Recording Company that we didn't like their sound and guitar music is on the way out. And they didn't let those people affect how they acted because they succeeded. The fourth fact is our attitude at the beginning of a task will affect its outcome more than anything else. A right attitude in the beginning ensures success in the end. Coaches understand the importance of their players to have a positive attitude before going into a game. They do this so that they play mind over matter. Surgeons want their patients to be mentally prepared before going into surgery in order for the surgery to go well and for the patients to not be afraid. Those seeking jobs know that employers are looking for more than just a hard worker. The fifth fact about positive attitudes is our attitude can turn problems into blessings. Life can be like a grinding stone. Whether it grinds you or polishes you depends on what you are made of. No society has ever developed tough men during times of peace. Many times, we don't recognize the blessing until after the trial occurs. Great leaders emerge out of crisis, but great men are made. Great men are not made, they are concerned. This is a picture of me and my mom, and growing up, she had dyslexia, and she was told that she was going to learn slower than kids in her grade and that she wasn't going to learn as fast, and that she probably wouldn't be able to, go to college or whatever. And she wanted to defeat her dyslexia. She wanted to learn through it. And she ended up, working hard, and she went to BYU, and she got her bachelor's degree, and she went to beauty school and graduated with that. And she says that because of her disability and because of her dyslexia, that it has made her the hard worker that she is today. So she is grateful for that trial in her life, and it has become a blessing. And I think if we look at this, we take our trials like this and turn them into blessings, that we will live a much happier life. Our attitude can take us a long way. The sixth fact about positive attitudes is that our attitude can give us an uncommonly positive perspective. People with a positive attitude don't accept the normal limitations of life like most people do. And because of this, this can help us accomplish goals. And people like this are like bumblebees. It should be, because of their wingspan compared to their weight, it's scientifically impossible for them to fly. The problem with this is that no one told that to the bumblebee. They still fly and make honey every single day because they don't know that it's impossible for them to fly. I think we should be more like bumblebees. As I talked about earlier, there are many people with disabilities who are perfectly happy because they choose to be happy. I think it is important to choose our own happiness no matter what. William James said, "Human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind." And these following quotes are just quotes I found that I think apply well to positive attitudes. The second quote is by Earl Nightingale, and it says, Our environment, the world in which we live and work, is a mirror of our attitudes and expectations." Happiness is an attitude. We either make ourselves miserable or happy and strong. The amount of work is the same. And that is by Francesca Regler. In order to be pleased with our lives, we must conquer every day with a positive outlook on life. You determine your own happiness. Let's all change the way we look at bad things in life, and let's make an effort to have a good attitude. After all, we have the choice to live or to exist. Let's smile big, laugh often, love others, and live life.
Yeah!